Hello, my name is Kathy Walters, and I'm going to be your instructor for Fall HIM 120, Introduction to Health Information Management Online. So welcome to our course, and you're actually probably right here in Moodle, where you've clicked on this to start to watch that. And so I do this YouTube just as my attempt to get you acquainted with Moodle, as well as going into MindTap to see what it looks like a little bit. So we'll get in here into the course syllabus in just a minute, but I want to scroll down here for just a second. So in the very beginning of the course in Moodle is the link to enroll into the class through MindTap. Takes you right there into Cengage. That's also in the syllabus. Here is the tech support number. Very helpful. Again, I just want to remind you not to leave everything till Sunday night. But if you do have an issue that occurs, whether it's your internet service provider, your browser choice, your device, your operating system, I mean, there are so many things that can happen, especially in the very beginning, until your computer gets used to that software and loading and buffering and all the things that go on. Be sure to get a case number when you call Cengage, so that if something happens where you don't get an assignment in, then that legitimizes why you didn't get it turned in. It shouldn't be a common occurrence. But then if it needs to be escalated, why then I can get in there and do what I can to assist. So that's available 24/7. And then here are here's the registration and login video, all the information for resources to learn about MindTap. All right, and then down below are just some general course resources. This is the instructor announcement forum, which is a forced subscription, and this is where I will, just put announcements in there. I'm done grading this. Be mindful of this. This changed. Here's a current event. Those kinds of things. This particular forum is for you to list a course concern, or if you may have something you want to share just generally with the class, a global question. Here is information about the tutoring services at Lane, and then a little bit of LCC site for if online courses are for you, and then the American Health Information Management Association, AHIMA, which is our national governing body, and then each state has a chapter, and so it's ORHIMA for Oregon. All right, let's go ahead, and before we get into the syllabus, all right, I want to take you into MindTap, so let's just take a look at this real quick. So you see here, expand all right, and that would open up every chapter. But the one thing that I want to go over, and it's just basically software-related, functionality, and that is that folders can expand and collapse, all right? So if I click here on Chapter 1, then things start to open up, all right? So notice down here under Apply Yourself, if that arrow is there, that means that something else is available. When it's up, that means it's expanded, and then you want to collapse it, then it goes back down. Okay, so in some chapters, so for Chapter 1, and for each of the chapters, you're always going to have knowledge check with the orange count towards grade, all right, and then you're going to have a Chapter 1 test, which I said, again, is 2 attempts each an hour, and then Learning Lab. And the Learning Lab takes a little while. So that's how it looks. But there are tons of study tools and different things like flashcards and review slides, and so there's all sorts of things. But the main thing is to understand that you need to be able to make sure that if you don't see it initially, like say for example, if you click and collapse a chapter, but like if you open up another chapter and maybe not everything is expanded, just be mindful that you need to go ahead and open up some of these things like you see here to be able to find them or collapse them, okay? So that's the main thing. And then I'm just going to show you very quickly. So for example here, let's go into the Learning Lab. And this is what you're going to see. It's going to, particularly when you first start, okay? And so, and then obviously you'll click the Start Assignment Now. Now let me move this screen over here for a second. But if indeed you get into something and you didn't mean to get into it, there's a little X in the upper right-hand corner, so just click that, and then it takes you back to the previous screen as to where you were, okay? So anyhow, so that's kind of how MindTap works and looks, and I think as you get going, your device will get more familiar and things will come up quicker, and you'll get more comfortable with it. All right, so let's go back here now and take a look at the course syllabus, which I already have open here, so I'm just going to slide that over. All right, so the last couple of pages, at the very end of the syllabus, I have here, please scroll to the next pages for course sequence of assignments. So here on the last couple of pages of the syllabus is everything that you need to take care of for the entire quarter. And I lay it out each week with the objectives and then what you need to get done. Okay? So if you have any questions on anything, refer to this. This is a good source for what has to be done. All right, now let's go to the top of the syllabus here real quick, and I'm just going to go over a few things. Here is my contact information. I have office hours on Monday and Wednesday from 12:45 to 3:15. And then my email is right here, and I'm super good about responding to email. The only thing I ask is that when you do communicate with me, please tell me your name and what course, specifically the course, because I have 4 or 5 courses. I have 100, 120 students usually, and so it's just helpful for me. Here's the required materials, and it's a bundle. So you get the text, you get the lab manual, and then you get the access to MindTap. And last year, Cengage did a great thing, and they created this Cengage Unlimited subscription. So if you have more than one course that you're taking through Cengage, it's really cost-effective to do CU, what they refer to as CU, Cengage Unlimited. So you can explore that as well, and there's the information for that. Here again is the link, same as the link that was in Moodle. So this link right here is the same as this link, just another location for you if you want to click on it to get into how to register. Again, so here is the count towards grade information, and then just a picture of what MindTap looks like, and then you'll have a chapter test, includes 2 attempts, 60 minutes, and then a learning lab and knowledge check each week. And then lots of information here. Here's how to upload your lab assignments and instructional methodologies. Here, bring your attention to this. If you're a student at Lane, you should be familiar with the Code of Conduct and Academic Integrity. So if you're not familiar with that, there's the link to take a look at that. Here's another link for Tutor Central, and then the library has great hours and good resource. The Student Help Desk at Lane Shed is for you, not related to Cengage or MindTap, but if you have like a network access issue with Moodle, sometimes there'll be downtime. You usually get an email with that information. But it can be a helpful resource if you have tech difficulties in that regard. And then here a little bit about class participation. And again, I just want to share that you know, you need to participate in this class, and you need to get on multiple times each week. You know, it's the old argument about, oh, people say that online classes are easier than brick and mortar or in-person classes. And I would argue that online courses are no less demanding. I find that they're, in fact, sometimes more demanding. But just waiting until the end of the week to do your work is not a practice for success, and I'm sorry if I'm repetitive about that, but I feel strongly about that. So please make sure you're getting on multiple times. Here's my late policy. I do not accept late work. So be mindful of due dates and make sure you're managing your time. Here's about my grading policy, and I tell you here how you can calculate your score at any time, and feel free to email me if you have any concerns about your grade. This is our associate HIM degree domains for curriculum competencies for KHIM, our accrediting body. So that just is in the syllabus to include. And then the end, like I've already showed you. So I want to go back here now to Moodle very quickly and show you what a week looks like. Here again, it's set up similarly each week. So I have a picture here of MindTap. And then these are the publisher's PowerPoint slides. And then week 1 I have please read before. And then here's the self-introduction forum. And for those of you that are not familiar with forums, let me go ahead and I'm just going to take you in there real quick. So what I ask you to do is please post to the class just an introduction about yourself. And then here you type your name in the subject text box, which I'm going to show you here. And then I just like you to answer the following questions. Why are you taking the course? What are your academic goals? Your experience with online courses, experience with health information technology and healthcare systems, and anything else you'd like to share. So what you're going to do is you're going to click right here. So you add a new discussion topic. Okay, and then I'm following the instructions here. please type your name in the subject text box. Okay, so you're going to type Mary Smith. And then you're going to scroll down here, and you're going to click right here in the text box, and then you're going to message text box, and then you're going to type in all your information about who you are and saying hi to the rest of the class. And then at the very end, you have to scroll down, and then you click Post to Forum. And I'm not going to do that, otherwise it's going to go in there. But if I cancel this and I go back, you'll see the one that I've done. Okay, so I've already posted one to say hello and introduce myself. All right. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go back here for just a second, and I probably have forgotten something, but I think that's at least enough information to get you started. I look forward to having you this quarter, and we'll see you here in just a couple of days before we start the quarter. All right. Best of luck to you this quarter. Thank you.